As it gets easier now to decipher your feelings, you're going to want to make some space for reconnection and restoration. On Saturday, November 29th, Mercury goes direct in Scorpio. We've got another planet that is going direct, and we've got this forward motion happening for us during Sag season. Very exciting. It will be in Scorpio until December 11th, so that's just about a little under 2 more weeks, and then it's going to re-enter Sagittarius. If you remember, Mercury started retrograding in Sagittarius and retrograded back into Scorpio, so today it's going direct in Scorpio. Let me read you the blurb from astrology.com for an idea about this beautiful, forward-moving communication planet kind of energy. It says, after weeks of confusion, clarity returns as Mercury moves forward again. This is a perfect time to check in with your emotions and work on rebuilding any bonds that may have been strained. This is important. This energy really feels like we are taking a look at what it is that came up for us during the Mercury retrograde, especially in partnerships, deep knowings that were coming up around your partnerships or your connections. And we're meant to look at how it is we can use what has come to the surface during the retrograde to start recalibrating, rebuilding, setting new foundations. So let's see what we have for a roll, and we'll get to our guidance. It's a 6 and a 5. That's a master number. 1, 1. It feels like an 11. It feels like an 11 to me. Yeah. I mean, change for harmony, we could read it that way, but it just feels like fresh start and alignment. There's something that can begin again, is how they're saying it, or start from a different space with more knowledge. Like it feels like a recalibration for alignment. So let's get these shuffled up and then we'll see what the guidance is. Okay, they were talking about the slew of retrograde planets and how it has felt like communication may be just a little bit off, a little bit unclear, a little bit foggy, and that some of that may continue because Neptune is still retrograding, but there's this feeling of things, again, starting to move forward and this clarity coming in. Clarity returns as to how it is that we're communicating in our relationships, but also within ourselves. So it does feel like a fresh new start, but it feels like it's going to take shape, as Mercury gets up to speed and we start having even more forward motion in the future. All right, let's see what the cards say. Oh, look at that. You are magic, and check out the number on this card as well. So this is the first card in this deck. You can see there is a 00 card in this deck, but this is card number 1. Again, that's confirmation and validation with the fresh new start. The numero uno, they're saying number 1. Plus it's a confirmation and a validation for you. You are magic is about calling in what it is that you want, being able to receive what it is that you would like to receive, right? Manifest what it is, what you'd like to manifest. This reminds me very heavily of magician energy in the tarot. The magician card, of course, is card number 1 as well in the tarot. This feels like you are the master of your existence, and they're reminding you that you come like from stardust, or that you are magic. And things can happen when we have clarity, or when we are honoring our feelings, to provide you with this kind of a reminder. So coming through with a reminder from the Oracle. I do want to see the tarot card before I get into the full pull. They're telling me the combo matters, so let's see. Okay, and here's why. Ace of Swords, another one. This card is a card of clarity and truth and new beginnings. This is new ideas, new perspectives, new ways to look at things. We are being filled with ones for this pull, and no surprise there. It doesn't really, this feels like a very clear and direct message today. It doesn't really surprise me. We're getting 11s with the cards. We rolled an 11, essentially. That's probably why they were predominantly saying, this is a 6 and a 5, but it's an 11. There is some fresh new understandings that we're going to have access to here. You can see even in the Oracle card, we're calling it in. I'm going to show you these again side by side because they're both using our hands as a channel or a receptacle to aid in our divine channel or our divine wisdom coming in. It's basically both of these cards saying, show me, tell me, help me understand, right? Give me the truth. That's what the sword is doing here. Upright sword, show me, tell me, help me understand. That's, I think, the narrative of Mercury going direct in Scorpio. I understand that I have these feelings. They have been coming up over the past several weeks, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And we're going to be in Scorpio with the planet Mercury for, again, almost a couple of weeks here. So it's honoring your feelings and then being able to decipher the truth in them, being able to decipher what it is that you want to communicate about the feelings that you're having, being able to look at something from a more truthful and grounded perspective about how it is that you're feeling. If there is a fresh start in your relationships, which is definitely indicated, that's going to come from a place of truth and magic. Honoring yourself, honoring your feelings, deciphering what it is you mean and how it is you would like to say it is probably going to be quite important and available for you. An Ace of Swords says new ideas, new perspectives, and new truths are available for you. This is about listening, right, with the energy of swords. Swords are air energy. They connect to your throat chakra, your brow chakra, your crown chakra, yes. They're a communication tool. It says open up your channel because there's new insights, something new, a new way to look at it, a new way to communicate. And there's too many ones for us to deny the fact that Mercury going direct in Scorpio is offering us up a restart, or it's a place to rebuild from, right? It's like, here's the foundation. Now, with what it is that you understand about yourself and how it is you're feeling about this, that, or the other thing, this relationship, yourself, this area of life, what do you know to be true and how can you communicate it in a way that feels like it's aligned for you? You also may have some amazing new ideas as you're reclaiming the fact that you are magic. I am magic, show me. That's what it feels like. I would say stay very open as Mercury is going direct, to be able to connect the dots between what you're feeling and what you're thinking and how to speak about it, how to verbalize it, how to honor it. Okay, let's see what we have for a charm. Interesting. Best way to show you this. It's a bull charm. This is Taurean energy for sure with a bull, but for some reason, if you look at this, it feels like to me, this bull is being pulled here by this ring. Even though this is the charm ring, that's what I'm feeling, being pulled. Almost like, it feels like stubbornness. That's what I'm getting from this charm. It feels like, okay, it is stubbornness, they're saying. It is. So there may be some resistance, is what they're saying with that bull. Not that bulls or Taurian energy are the epitome of stubbornness, but that is what I am getting from this specific charm. So if there's anything that's restricting you, or if you find yourself being stubborn in some places, I know it's sometimes kind of hard to self-identify, but just take a higher perspective and ask if you feel restricted in some certain area or some relationship, there may be some clarity that you're missing, right? And Mercury going direct wants to provide that for you, especially about how it is that you're feeling, like what your deep feelings are saying to you. If you're like clutching tightly, to me, this feels like communication stubbornness, meaning, no, this is the truth, this is my truth, and I'm right, and that's all there is. Like that's what this feels like. Someone who's clutching really tightly to what their truth is. It's like a this or that energy, not being able to lean into another perspective, a higher perspective, empathizing with someone else, looking from a different viewpoint, etc. It doesn't take away from your magic to empathize or have compassion for other people or to try and see it from another perspective. That feels like a hint, okay, around restriction. And if you're going like, I don't have the clarity I need, I know how I feel about this, but I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to communicate it. I don't get it. Yeah, I know I'm magic, but what am I supposed to say about this? Or how am I supposed to bring this up? Or how can I ever communicate this in a way that feels good or that feels aligned? That's what I mean. That would be the stubbornness energy. Sit with that for a moment. Don't try to rush yourself or force yourself, but it does feel like there's something that needs to be looked at if that is you. That may be many of us, right? In order to be released for all this one energy to get going. If we talk about Taurus energy, Taurus is the second sign, right? So it's like to get to number 2, to actually make some tracks, to feel better about things, we have to release what we're being stubborn about or what we're clutching that just isn't serving ourselves really or the highest good, especially in partnerships or in collaboration or relationships. So that's just a side note, but I think it might help if you're like, I don't have the sort of truth anywhere. I'm not clear on this. Look where you may be stubbornly holding on to something that you may need to let go of now. So honoring your feelings and then checking that out for yourself. But overall, feels like we're honoring our magic and being able to see the truth and a new perspective and get clarity is very evident. That's what wants to come in as the communication planet goes direct. Just the side note about the stubbornness, if that resonates with you. All right, if you'd like some more information or you want some more insight, my 5 planets in retrograde pick a card reading looks into the 5 planets that were retrograding. Now we've got 2 direct, but you can get some insight on what the retrogrades were meant to teach you or how they were meant to guide you. If you're interested in that, I'll leave the link down below from you. Choose your card. It's a pick a card reading, and then it's an instant watch for you. Also, if you'd like to know what's up for your December, I offer a December monthly personal reading that allows me to take a specific and individual look at your energy, many prompts in that reading to help guide us for that month with a focus on reflection, because we'll be closing out, of course, 2025. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching.